All my days I shall be what I say I shall. In other words, we will actually be, or become, what we say of ourselves out loud. And by out loud it may not necessarily mean verbally, but it may as well. Either way, it must be a confident admission. It's the admission that changes reality. I learned something from the woman of God, Kat Kerr, yesterday as I was watching one of her videos. She was talking about something else, but the treasure was running parallel to it, and I caught it. At one point she said I am an author, at another she said I am also an author, and again, I am a CEO of a company, and again, I am a photographer. She said this of herself, and of course, she is exactly that. But I was curious why she said it so confidently, the easy automatic confession. The answer is simple. When we believe we are something, this admission and belief opens the thing we believe. It is a strange spiritual power. In the life of Jesus we find the same pattern and its power of reality changing. When he said, "I am the bread of life," soon after, reality tested and offered him this point of I am expression, and he multiplied the bread. When he said, "I am the resurrection and the life," immediately after reality offered and demanded the fulfillment of the expression of I am, and we know he resurrected Lazarus. At any rate, there are more examples. I also was aware of this same idea from the man of God, Joseph Sturgeon, who had said that when we see and admit ourselves to be kings in this world, the angels start moving actively and accordingly, according to this I am statement, helping with whatever a king deserves and demands. We must admit and say we are a good doctor, a stock market investor, an artist, an author, a king, or whatever. On another topic, we can develop and receive angelic aspects to our inner being and shape. Humans are not angels, nor will they become angels in the classical sense, because humans are born and angels are formed. Notwithstanding, we can develop aspects associated with angels, such as wings. These wings are internal, as it were, but with substance. Also we can develop eyes all over our body, like the cherubim. These again are internal, as it were, yet with substance. The anomalous and fantastic eyes all over is a mysterious thing. We must broaden our scope of thought, learn to conceive abstract concepts with clarity. I think in the spiritual worlds, eyes, or seeing for that matter, is not simply viewing an object. Eyes, particularly the phenomena of eyes all over, must be approached from the view that understanding and seeing something along with locality fuses into one. Understanding sees, as it is written, the eyes of our understanding. When the cherubim eyes sees an object, say a tree on the ground, the sight and full understanding opens the locality of the tree and all it is. Or from another angle, the locality and substance of the tree in the ground contains a hidden code of itself, and sight unlocks the locality and its secret. So the eye sees everything and unlocks locality. The eyes travel in space-time, as it were, and are there. On another topic, I understood this by revelation. The private parts of the human body, the testes and the ovaries, are in this narrow physical dimension expressed into standing in the organic, a code through water, perhaps we can say exist in the water dimension. And we know too that I think the book of Peter, I am not sure, says the world or earth is made by water and through water. So it is the water dimension. But the private parts, the testes and ovaries, also have another creative code, a code underneath the water code, and this code is a crystalline gemstone code, like diamonds. The water code subsists on top of the crystalline code, and the crystalline gemstone codes are another dimensional state of existence. Some angels are formed out of the fire, some are formed out of water, some are formed out of crystalline elemental states. The point is we are marvelous beings and we must live in honor of ourselves. When we dishonor ourselves in our mind, we say we shall be. That is why I said above, all my days I shall be what I say I shall.